Hey everyone, Lenny from Premier Pool Group here. Here we are at a pool in Toronto that was turned off 10 days ago. The client shut off the pump and everything. It's just letting the water sit so that way the chlorine can get out of it. And unfortunately, it's still holding. As you can see here, the City of Toronto wants basically 0.01 milligrams or parts per million of chlorine, bromine in the water. Copper has to be below 0.04 and the pH can be anywhere from 6.95. This particular pool here that we're looking at still has, after 10 days, 0.3 for chlorine, 7.6 for pH. Alkalinity is 124. Calcium hardness is 93. Cyanuric acid or stabilizer is 236 parts per million. Copper is sitting at 0.6 and iron at 0.2. And their phosphates are also pretty high as well, but that's nothing to do with the City of Toronto. So what you basically have to do nowadays is grab one of these little submersible pumps from Home Depot or Lowe's. They're about $80 on average. Stick them in the pool slightly below your return jets so that way the water is just below the return jets. From there, you get an extension cord, running the hose into the basement of your house, and I'll show you it from the inside. So this way you can safely drain your pool into the house. The City of Toronto wants it down the sanitary line, which is either your basement shower drain or the washing machine drain. At this particular house, they have a finished basement with hardwood floor. So the homeowner always uses his own hose that he knows doesn't leak. And it gets drained into the sink. And what they do is they simply just strap a zip tie on it so that way it doesn't go. And this way that pump will drain into the sink. And it's at a rate fast enough where the sink will not overflow or the drain. If you have a salt pool, you cannot drain salt water out to the street because, again, it ends up out in Lake Ontario. This particular pool here, simply because it is a chlorine pool, from time to time, from using shock or her pucks, she'll switch over to liquid chlorine. And from the liquid chlorine, as you can tell here, her pool is showing 930 parts per million of salt in the water. That comes basically from the liquid chlorine. So that's the only option we have to draining pools these days in Toronto if your pool's in the City of Toronto. So it usually takes about 12, 24 hours to drain your pool. So this is what needs to be done before your pool closing is scheduled. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it's for the environment due to the City of Toronto. Take care.